Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Kimbelik, math teacher on the Cougars cluster. And here's my information. Here's my email for you. And today I'm just going to walk you through all the facets of math class with Mr. Kimbelik. And let me walk you through it right now. Let's start with homework. All right, what can you expect? All right, you can expect 4 homework assignments every week from Monday through Thursday. All right, 4 assignments a week. What I do is the 4 assignments are averaged together, and I put that homework average into Google Classroom at the end of every week. So at the end of every week, you can see the homework progress of your child by simply checking Google Classroom. Students can make up missing assignments. That's the key. If they miss something, we know things happen. Make it up as soon as possible. All right, if you make it up within a good amount of time, there's no points off. All right, so just make it up if you're out or miss for any reason. I always tell students, just make up your homework. Just get it done, even if it's late. Okay, and homework is posted in the stream of Google Classroom on a daily basis in most cases. All right, a couple times this week we had some different things, but in most cases it's posted to Google Classroom. Here is the homework rubric. Homework is based on effort, so you get 100% just for completing it and completing it on time, following directions, and showing work that I asked you to show. If they do that, they get 100 for effort. They can make as many mistakes as they want on homework. It's about practice. So as long as they're working at it and getting better, they get 100 for homework effort, as long as they do everything. However, if it's late, incomplete, right, they're in the 70 range, right? If they're late, they automatically lose 30 points just for lateness. All right, so we want them to be on time with their assignments as much as possible so they don't lose these points. All right, and anything from a 0 to a 69, you could be late, you could be incomplete, right? Any combination thereof, not completed homework, things like that. If you didn't show the work, all that stuff would be under 70% there. All right, but the idea, remember this, if they do their homework on time and they do it all, they get 100 each time. So if you see a homework grade below 100, that means they didn't do everything or they missed something, etc. All right, let's talk about Alex. Hopefully you've been hearing a lot about this at home. Alex is a weekly assignment. Every week, I want students practicing on Alex. It's a computer-based math practice program. It starts every Friday. The week starts on Friday for Alex, and it goes to the following Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. I grade them on whatever they've done during that window of time. And this assignment they can't make up because it's just during that. They get a new assignment every week unless they find a way to go back in time. Let me know. All right. Students are graded on how many topics they learn in 1 week. All right. So Alex is the best way to improve and advance in math and earn extra credit. All right. And access is through Clever, the McGraw-Hill icon that the students can find on Clever. It's right there, labeled as McGraw-Hill. All right. So what's the Alex rubric? They get more points for more learning that they do. So if they don't do any topics, they don't get a grade. So if you see any zeros, that means they took a week off from Alex, didn't even learn anything. And a lot of times I give them time in class on Friday after their quizzes to get it done. At least get it started anyway. Not get it done, but get it started. All right. Here is topics 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One topic gets you a 65. So that's why I say always try to get at least one topic done. It's to get you out of the 0 range. All right, 2 is a 70, 3 is an 80, 4 is a 90. Learning 5 topics is 100. I've circled it because that's the sweet spot. Students that learn 5 topics a week, that's pretty good. That's pretty good learning right there. Every week, right? Consistency is key. But remember, many students continue to learn more than that in a week, and that's where the bonus points come in. 6 topics learned is 105, 7 is 110. So you can see the pattern. Every topic learned over 5, the students are adding 5 bonus points to their Alex grade. So this is a great way to earn extra credit and expand your math knowledge at the same time. All right, staying organized and being prepared for class, also important in middle school and in my class. Here is the list of supplies. A 3-ring binder, pencil case that fits in your binder, white line paper, pencils and pens, folders, calculator with a square root key, reinforcements, reinforced paper, or binder sheets in case people's pages get ripped. All right. So all these things are expected to be in the student's binder at all times. All right. And students will have a random checks to see if they are prepared with their supplies on any given day. All right. Let's take a look. Here's an example of a notebook directory. We are creating essentially a student's own personalized math book for them to use at any point. So this is where we're going to house all of our notes about what we're doing this year. So this is just a sampling. So all students need to have every page listed in their notebook directory within their notebook, within their 3-ring binder. So they have that with them when they come to class every day. Ask your students to see, ask your children to see their notebook directory and their notes, and you can see if they're keeping it in order, right? This is the order they need to have it in their notebook. This is just a small section of it so far. Fridays, remember, Friday is quiz day, assessment day. This is the one day where everything that they've been working on, they get to show it at the end of the week, all right? It's every Friday. It's cumulatively based, which means everything they see on Friday is over what they've done the entire year, right? So the quiz that they're going to have next Friday will be on everything they've done since they've been in school, right? When they get to the end of the year, same thing, everything from the entire year. So it grows, the quizzes get harder because of this, all right? So they're cumulatively based, and students will be doing quiz corrections on each quiz to ensure they are learning from their mistakes. That's coming up soon. And if a student is struggling on quizzes, they must seek help immediately from myself, from another student in the class, from you at home. I want to make sure they don't fall behind if they're struggling. All right. How best to keep track of your child's grades? In Google Classroom. If you want to see how your child is doing, check Google Classroom. Where do you check it? Well, you go into the classroom section, you just click on any class, and it brings you to this. It's in the classwork section under view your work. So you click on that, it gives you something like this with all kinds of information, but the grade is right there in the upper right-hand corner. So here's just a sampling of what it's going to look like in math. We can see Alex at the top. That's what's assigned. It's due on the 7th. That's tonight by 8 o'clock. All right. The homework, you can see week 4 last week. This person got an 80. Not bad, decent homework. But again, if it's not 100, that means they had some incomplete days or some incomplete moments on their homework. Here's the being prepared, right? So I checked some things, somewhat prepared, decent. But again, you want to see hundreds here if they're really prepared. Here's a clue. This person had struggles on last week's assessment check. So it's their job to seek out help from me, from other students, right? To get help and figure out what they did for mistakes on that right there. And again, this is their Alex from a week ago. This person did 2 topics and got a 70. Decent. Would love 100 or better. All right. But again, that's just an idea about what you're looking for there, right? If you see a sign, if you see a 0, right? Those are things you want to address with your child if they haven't done them yet. Don't worry about this non-turned in thing. That's just a thing within Google Classroom. That feature isn't really there as much, so don't sweat if it says not turned in. We're not using that feature too much at this point. So really quick before we go, how best can you support your child in their math class? 3 things. First, just make sure they do their homework every night, Monday through Thursday. Make sure it's done. Second one, help with their organization. If you see their binders a complete mess, help them get it in order, right? We do that in school too, but you can help with that at home. And the third thing, make sure they ask for help when they're struggling. Help them advocate for themselves and reach out to seek out help when they know they're struggling on things. It could be homework, it could be a quiz, it could be anything. We're here to help. So thank you so much for your time and listening to this. And please reach out if you have any questions at any time. We're here to support you in this transition from elementary to middle school. And thank you for coming tonight. We really appreciate it. All right. Thank you again.